Now, Isaiah Sharp with the Idaho News 6 forecast.
An absolutely lovely Friday here in the Treasure Valley, the village at Meridian. Lots of people enjoying the skies that we've got going on and the wind that has died down. Really blustery conditions yesterday, but much better today. 10-mile-per-hour winds, I'll take that over the 20s and a couple of 30s that we saw yesterday. Gusts reaching up to 40, much lighter. Conditions looking great. Temperature sitting into the 60s. Very clear skies. Be a nice time for a run. And if you got plans to be going for a run tomorrow, race to Roby Creek looking fairly nice. We're going to have some cloud coverage start to increase, so just be prepared for that. Race starts at noon, and we're going to have nice conditions, but increasing clouds throughout the day. 55 at about noon, and then once you head up the mountain, temperatures just going to be a smidge cooler because of the higher elevation, and then overcast skies are going to be also moving into the region too. Then, once you get from the summit down to Roby Creek, temperatures mostly cloudy, but should see a little bit of a warm up as you start that descent down there. If I had one place I wouldn't want to be running, it's going to be right here. Our Doug Locksmith is over in eastern Idaho. This is Lava Hot Springs, Idaho. I'd want to be inside of a hot spring because of how chilly it is, but the rainy conditions over the top of that region, not looking too hot right now, but don't worry. They are going to be exiting. In fact, they're fairly close to exiting the state. Taking a look at our graphic right now, as you can see, the remnants of that system that came through that brought all of that wind into the Boise region, now making its exit prominently over the top of Denver, Colorado. But we're going to be seeing some great skies this weekend. Going to be lovely. Warmer conditions are going to be moving into our area. Skies over Spokane and places like Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, going to be experiencing a little bit of showers, but over here in the Treasure Valley, Magic Valley, Idaho Falls, going to be seeing some great skies and some lovely conditions. Easter Sunday going to be looking fairly great too. Good time for an Easter egg hunt with the conditions we're going to see. And I mentioned it earlier in the show, we're going to see some nice consistency throughout this week. Nothing really but 60s and nice skies. After that, I'm going to be interested to see what's going to be coming next because we got this low pressure system that was way off closer to Alaska yesterday, now making its way south, sitting up over the Pacific and making its way into the Pacific Northwest. You can see some rainfall starting to move into Oregon. This is next Friday, so we got a little bit of time before we get to it, but I'm going to watch out for this because whatever happens to Oregon and Washington usually starts to make its way into Idaho. Something to pay attention to, but not until next weekend. Let's get to this weekend and the great conditions that are on the way. Going to see some great skies. Conditions are going to start to get cloudier as the evening rolls on in, so just prepare for that. 60s across the board are expected temperature-wise. Going to be sitting into the 40s for McCall, 50s for Cascade, and 60s almost everywhere else. Riggins, Idaho sitting at 66. Pine going to be only breaking into the 50s. Overcast skies expected for them. A slight warm-up heading into this weekend. Another dip heading into Monday, but then temperatures consistently into the 50s for McCall going into Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, getting fairly close to 60 degrees. Temperatures will be consistently into the 60s for us here in the Treasure Valley. 67 for your Easter Sunday. Temperatures sitting consistently into that range like I mentioned, and then going into next weekend, might see a nice bump in temperature. 71 expected for your Thursday, 71 for Friday as well. Really great skies are on the way. Go out and enjoy a nice weekend ahead.